So here's our first short self-conscious guy, as you can see.
Aw.
Yeah. Poor guy. Aw.
Poor dude.
Judson Landis, PhD.
Oh, I see. I see how it's educational. Alright.
Sure.
It began the night of our January school play. Not my self-consciousness, but my story of overcoming it.
I had been a loser for a long time
We had a
already at
party
this
on
point.
stage after the play. Oh, I wasn't in the cast. Not me. I was on the stage crew.
I suck too much.
Because... But I'll tell you about
He wants to
that later.
bang that girl next to him.
Oh, no, for sure.
The point is, there I was, in
Look
the
at him.
spotlight,
He's like, no, not
and
me.
I felt
Oh my god.
uncomfortable.
I'd never wet myself that bad
And
before.
awkward. And different.
I got
And they were all
dehydrated, I
watching
wet
me.
myself so bad.
And laughing. At what?
Clammy
At
hands.
me?
They're
What was
laughing
I
at you
doing
because you have a
wrong?
boner.
Did I look funny?
He's a little old for that, maybe not.
Public speaking.
He's a little
I guess
old.
I'll just shut up.
Well, I mean, spontaneous boners are usually for teenagers.
I knew it.
Hey, that was neat, Marty.
Isn't he supposed to be a teenager here? It's a school play, right?
Oh, I thought he was in college.
Self-conscious.
Oh, maybe.
That was my
Oh, that's
trouble.
Who
That
knows?
was why I felt so queer.
I don't know, I'm drunk. Uh-oh, queer, I heard queer.
He's very queer.
I'm
I
sure.
begin to remember other times I'd had the
Hey,
same
me
feeling.
too, buddy.
Coming to try out for this play.
Why would
Boy,
he
I
do
really
that if
wanted
he's so
a part.
self-conscious?
I felt sure I could get one too until
407 years ago.
I've never been good at talking, but I felt
I'm
very
not going to
confident that
try
I could
out,
do
so-
this.
I'd like to work on stage crew.
Does anyone have a mop?
There you go. See, I feel like that makes
Stage
sense.
crew.
Yeah.
Let me dress in black and
Well,
be
it
in the
was
in the
fun.
darkness.
But it wasn't
And
what
listen
I
to
wanted.
Morrissey.
There's
and The
Rocky
Cure.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the night of the party, Jack said it, and I knew he was right.
What a loser.
Self-conscious. I felt I could
What do you
never
think
get
she's
up in front of
drinking
the
over
class,
there?
or ask
Probably
a girl
having
for a
some doers
date, or
like
do
I am.
anything in public again.
You think that's Coke with cocaine?
Yeah, I was a self-conscious guy.
No,
I
that
couldn't
stopped
even
in like
stay
the
out the
20s
party.
or 30s, so this is way after that. I mean, she could have got an old bottle of it, I guess. You never,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe.
or she could have put her own cocaine in
Oh,
it.
hi, Marty.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
hi, Jack.
She spiked her own coke.
Say, what happened to you last
Just
night?
like my dad used to drink.
I
Really?
didn't feel so good. Oh, too bad. Boy, wasn't that something when they had that spotlight on us? Gee, I was
Yeah,
so
that was
scared my
great.
knees were knocking. I could hardly talk. You were
I could hardly
self-conscious?
talk, he says, when
Well,
he
I guess
gave an
everybody is
effortless
sometimes.
speech.
Right.
Everybody? I guess that's right. Say,
I
listen,
guess
I've
so.
got to
I'm,
get to class.
I'm
Sure hope
such
you're
a
feeling good.
loser.
All right, so on.
He doesn't seem that bad.
Everybody.
No, he
Everybody's
looks like he
self-conscious.
could be good if he just like didn't stand there with his
After
mouth
that, I
open,
began to notice
saying
other
nothing.
people. Bill,
He's
for
a mouth
example.
breather.
He
For
always
the
seemed
first time
relaxed
ever, I
and
noticed other
comfortable.
people exist.
And I made a big discovery about how to overcome self-consciousness.
Hit yourself with this
I was
paddle
helping
several
Jack with his
times.
ping pong games. He hadn't been playing very long, but he was learning and doing right well.
Yay!
Then Hank and Bill came in and hung around
Made
watching.
fun of us.
And suddenly it seemed as though Jack was feeling on the spot.
There it is.
Ha ha, Jack.
He started fumbling. And
He's
then
at the
he
20,
quit.
the 30, he fumbles!
Now what made Jack
See,
suddenly
the
feel
spotlight is like
self-conscious?
when you think that everyone's paying attention to you
Was it
when they're
because he
not.
didn't play well? I wasn't self-conscious about ping pong. Why the difference?
Although I did have a nervous
And
tummy.
then, well, I had to talk to Jack.
I had to talk to Jack.
Jack, will you go out with
I'm
me?
just so
Everybody
queer.
wants to show off
Jinx.
really well.
He asked the guy
People
out.
think you're pretty good. But then
Maybe
you
that's
start
his
thinking
problem.
about
Maybe he just
yourself.
needs to, you
How
know.
everybody's watching
figure out
you.
what's
What
up.
you must look like to them. And then you make a mess of it. Sometimes.
Then you go
But
down on
usually
some
you
guy
don't.
in an
You
alley.
just think you do. But look, if
Get a
you can
couple
do
of
something
silver
really
pieces.
well, then you're more
Get
confident.
a couple of silver pieces for your trouble.
Self-consciousness doesn't bother you quite so much.
Yeah, yeah.
If I could do more things well.
If I could do more things in my
You gonna try out
pants.
for the class play in
I
April?
could do more
I
things
guess
than
so.
just suck you
Me
off in his
too.
back alley.
Only this time I'm really gonna try out. Swell.
Anna, I wasn't expecting you to pick up that thread. That was good.
You know, I got
So
a
far, I
part.
haven't learned anything about what you're
I
supposed to
practiced a
do to
lot.
fight self-consciousness.
I
I've
figured
just
it
watched
was
this
like
guy
the
be
ping
very
pong deal.
nervous and
If
try
I
to
could
put
become
himself out
skillful,
there,
I wouldn't
but
be
he
so
just says,
scared of it.
I was really
It
self-conscious.
was easy alone.
I think what you're supposed to do is not be this guy.
And finally, I got so it wasn't too hard with my family.
I'm gonna dress like Mr. Rogers.
I'd forget about myself and just think about doing it well.
What does he mean by that?
At rehearsal with the other kids,
He
I
means
could
that
try
he
another
himself
idea.
would never do well, so he's got to pretend
Turning
to
the
be another
spotlight
person,
onto
another
someone else.
manage.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about other people and telling myself I wasn't so important.
Do
And it
other
worked
people
part of the
exist?
time.
I'm not sure.
That's the
when
absolute
it came
irony
my
of
turn to
being
speak,
self-conscious, is that
then
you
where
think
could I
that you're
turn the
so
spotlight?
important that
Well,
everyone's paying
stop.
attention to you.
Let me
But you're
remind
not
you
that
all of
important.
something.
Maybe he's just full of
You know, as we
himself.
go through these themes, you should try to
Yeah.
keep the whole
There you
situation
go.
in mind. Because, you know, after all, what other people are thinking and doing is just as important as
Yeah,
what
if anybody
you're
wants
doing.
an A, meet me
Will you
after
take
class
the
in my
mic?
office.
Keep the whole situation
wink.
in mind. There was an idea. Would it work?
Probably not.
At the present
Would
moment,
she give
I'm
me the
eating
A?
muffins.
Situation easier. I overcome my own self-consciousness.
I went and took off all my
It
clothes
helps
at
me
the
enjoy
diner.
being with people. And I think it helps
so
people enjoy being
self-confident.
with me.
It sounds like the advice
could
he's
help you,
giving is
too,
if you're self-conscious, just stop.
Just don't be.
Just stop being self-conscious.
Yeah.
The end.
So that was a 10-minute short they could have spent like a minute
Why are you
on.
calling all those other people? When just one
Yeah.
call to United from you
Look
or
at
your
that computer
travel
on it.
agent, get your flight, rental car.
You could
now
just call one
even your
call.
hotel room
Yeah.
at
Just be
Holiday Inn,
monogamous.
You should do like
Ramada,
phone sex or
Hyatt, Howard Johnson, Sheraton, or Western International.
I don't know, she's getting a lot of guys wet, so
that's
probably.
true. Sure, why not?
So why are you calling all those other people?
Those sluts.
Why are you saying things so sexually if this
Ooh.
is just a travel agency?
Very sexy. It's the sexiest travel agency ever. Alright, so this is the Stolen Jools. So this was made as a charity.
More prominent stars than ever.
It is, more, yeah. So the people appearing in this movie did so for charity, so they were able to cram a lot of stars of the time into this film. I will mention the ones that I recognize.
Ah, I see. I thought that makes sense. People stars, not stars in the sky.
Right, right.
Oh, look at this bunch of competent guys.
Are they all self-conscious?
That last one for sure.
So this guy who's running around, that's Buster Keaton. He was a silent film star. He did a lot of stunts and stuff, which is why I think that's him. All right, the guy on the left is Edward G. Robinson. He was a gangster and a tough guy in a bunch of movies.
And the guy on the right is Inspector Gadget.
Clearly. You probably recognize this Laurel and Hardy. You've seen them before, right?
Yeah, I like the hats that they have.
So this is our gang, which was also known as the Little Rascals. Although these are not like the most famous people in the Little Rascals. Like there's no alfalfa or buckwheat or any of them in this.
Yeah, I'm
But
familiar
that's
with
the
it.
group. They actually were around for a long time. They started 1922 through 1955. They were making movies.
That blonde girl's hair has so much gel in it. And also that looks like very saggy boobs. Who designed this? Did you see her shirt? Her top?
No, I was trying not to look at the little girl's top.
No, the grown woman.
Oh.
Man, this car sure held it together until they got here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
One time use only.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
Right. They're not going to drive away. Probably not. Yeah.
I told you not to make that last payment.
When you make the last payment, that's when it breaks. Everyone knows that. They just send the signals through the 5G.
So the girl who's sitting on the left is Hedda Hopper. She was a famous gossip columnist.
Don't talk so much. But
Oh.
I think the lady on the right is supposed to be kind of the star of this movie. She's the one whose jewels get stolen.
Well, let me see. I was with Billy Haynes, Jack Gilbert. We don't want any.
Whether you want it
See?
or not, you're going to get it.
Joan
This
Crawford.
woman.
You, Sheriff?
Oh, Inspector, I've been waiting for you.
Did you ever lose any jewels before?
Inspector, I hardly knew her.
No, sir, not this week. You see, I came home from the dance with it hidden under my wrap, for fear someone would take it from me.
She stole something.
The lady
Joan,
on the
as
left,
much as good
when they go
friends,
back
I'd
here,
say-
that's
Say
Joan
what?
Crawford.
I
You've
won't
probably
say.
heard of her, haven't you?
Oh, wow, I have,
This
yeah.
is super early on. She was in Whatever Happened, Baby Jane, and of
What
course,
would you do?
was the subject of Mommy
Rabbit
Dearest,
run like-
which is excellent if you haven't seen that.
Like you did. But you
What
have to
would
take
you
it back.
No,
She'd only been acting for about 5 years when
yes,
this
you
movie
will.
came
Come
out.
on,
so.
hand it over.
Who are you?
Inspector Kane, I heard what you said.
Who are you?
You stole Miss Shera's jewels.
Jules.
It's so different. Did people
You're
actually talk
crazy.
like this, or was
But I
this just in movies specifically?
Pretty well. I don't know.
What
I
do you
wasn't
think?
around back then, surprisingly. But
Yeah, how old are you, Rory? Clearly, you were born in the.
negative 41
Well,
when
Miss
this
Lee,
came
I'd
out.
like to ask you.
I know.
Yeah.
You got my autograph.
No, I know you're not that old.
Who are you?
I'm a detective.
No, you're not. You won't
Who
do.
are
You
you?
don't look a bit like a detective.
That's your favorite line from this movie.
Come on, Sue.
Who are you? I've heard it so many times
All
already.
right, so there's one
No,
famous
no,
person
no.
in this. I have to figure out who he is, though. His name is Gary Cooper. And he was a big
Oh.
Western star, but I don't think that's him.
No.
He's not the big tub of guts on the left.
No.
Yeah, Rory's over here playing the game of Who are you?
Who are you? I'm
Yes.
gonna start using that in real life.
No.
Do you think those were real
Yes?
smokes
No.
back then? Did they already
Yes.
know?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Hey.
Yes.
Come on, Geller. Come on, get this other one. Mr. Gallagher.
No. Yes.
Yes. No.
This is a great routine. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Gary Cooper on the
No.
on the right.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yes?
a whole
No.
new word?
Maybe.
Wow.
Get your copy ready?
Comedy
Yes.
sure
Now.
was not
Maybe.
Oh
good.
wait, that's Gary
Well, have
Cooper
you
that
got it
just
or
walked
haven't
up.
you got
Never
it?
mind, not the taller guy.
You, Mr. Cooper.
It's you.
Hang him up. Set him down. Hang him up. What do you think we're running here? An almanac? Well, yes,
So he was a big star in westerns.
I ought to have a new typewriter. A new typewriter rip.
Oh, Willie.
Here's the story of the film ball last night.
Okay, Gibson, were you there?
Sure, had a great time. I left before it started.
Chief, great story. Norma Shear's jewels were stolen last night at
That's
the
the
movie ball.
funniest thing in this whole
No one
entire
arrested,
thing.
but everyone suspected.
Now, isn't that unusual?
Aren't I unusual?
The weather out here. Hey,
He was a big cabaret
Yes,
singer and
I'm
actor.
still
You're Douglas Fairbanks Jr.
going on
Them's fighting words,
17.
stranger.
That's another actor here, this guy
Everybody knows
here.
her. Loretta Young.
Yep.
Quiet.
Yeah, this looks like the
Don't
Sound of
talk.
Music right now.
Answer my questions.
will everything we say be
Loretta
used against-
Lynn, the lady on the left, was an actress from 1917
Oh, you
until
popped the jewels, have you?
1994.
You dropped that yourself.
Holy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. That's an impressive
Oh.
lifespan.
Well, she started as a
pardon me,
child
just a minute.
actress.
Are you Richard
so.
Barthelmess?
Why,
Oh, okay. That. Gotcha.
So they're just going around saying people's
No,
names at this
there
point.
he is,
Are
right
you
over there.
so and so? And then
Yeah, they're just like, come watch this
Clever
movie. This is
makeup.
this
Pardon me, I
person,
wanna see
and
him
this is
just a
this
minute.
other person, and they're
Oh,
famous.
Mr. Barthelmess, I want to talk to you.
I'm not Barthelmess.
No?
Luis Presenda.
Pardon me, Mr. Butterworth. You want it on the set immediately.
Did he say Mr. Butterworth?
Yeah,
What's a three-letter
Mr.
word?
Butterworth.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
You, darling.
I've always wondered what happened to him.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
It's always just Mrs. Butterworth you hear about.
What's a five-letter word for me?
Jewel,
Asshole.
sweetheart.
Oh, wait a minute. That's.
A little too many.
Ah, pervert!
Come on, take them off. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you.
that looks so real.
Come on, take them off. No. Take 'em
Never.
off, can you?
No, I won't take mine off unless
No.
you take yours off first.
Oh, wow.
What
yes,
is
you
this,
will.
Sheldon
no,
Cooper?
I won't.
Well then,
So it's you, is it?
it's
Were
me.
you
That's
present when
true.
those jewels were stolen?
Yes. What? No.
How do I know?
Well, because if I was there, I'd have hollered for help.
How
Oh,
loud
this
can you
is
holler
Gabby
for help?
Hayes. Okay, so
How
this
loud?
guy was in a bunch of like westerns and stuff, but he usually had a beard. That's why I didn't recognize him at first.
Meow. What a conversation.
Yeah, Billy.
Look at this little
Here's that
boy,
piece of
little
cheese.
Billy.
They call it the Stolen
I think he might
Jools.
be a little person on it. I'm not
Take
sure
it
he's
away
a
before the
kid.
Board of Health gets here.
I'll take it
Oh.
out and bury it.
Well, I'm not sure, but
That's a good idea, Billy.
His voice is real high pitched, so
yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Come here.
yeah. Wait a
Clear,
minute.
short
What do you
stuff.
got there?
The stolen jewels.
What?
You can just manhandle children.
I'm
It's
looking for it,
it's
so
the
I brought you in
50s.
mess, have I?
Oh, but I didn't do it.
You didn't do
No,
it.
I didn't do it. Just a moment, please. I have a secret. I did it.
Bitsy Green.
I have
you
a
stole the
secret.
jewels?
I'm 3 months
No.
pregnant.
I was at that ball. And when I saw Edward Robinson and Georgie Stone put this box in a drawer, I knew something was
Quite the
wrong.
New York accent there.
And I've always been taught that honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Ana.
Quite a nice bowl cut for a girl.
Yeah.
She's got Dora the Explorer hair under the hat.
Explorer hair.